So it's good to be with you guys. Hey, first of all, I don't really know you. I know you. I've seen you a couple times. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Dr. Ryan Doerge. I practice chiropractic in Mill Creek, Washington, which is kind of an hour, 45 minutes north of Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
Paradise.
Yeah, it is a great area. It's I can't complain. It's always green. In the summer, it's like the best in Washington. But summer is very short.
How short is it?
I would say summer ends August.
Oof.
I visited you, and I went the one day in summer that it was raining.
Yes, it can rain a lot there. So it's definitely enjoying the summer months. We're traveling for this time, so pleasure to be here. So
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you said you're a chiropractor. What brought you to chiropractic?
So I had an injury, similar to my dad. My dad had an injury when he hurt his back from logging, and I had an injury where I hurt my back in wrestling. And so that was how it got me into chiropractic. And my chiropractor that gave me my first adjustment gave me my dad's first adjustment. And I eventually, when he retired, I took over his practice. So yeah.
Full circle, yeah.
Yeah, full
That's very
circle.
cool.
It's like I told him, I felt like it was coming home for me.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So he didn't become a chiropractor for a girl. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, for sure.
He actually hurt himself. No, so that's cool. Do you have like some specialties that you have in chiropractic or anything, like something you focus on or anything like that?
You know, we take care of full families. I wouldn't say there's anything specific specialty techniques that we do, but we do lots of decompression with a Leander table and instrument work that we do to help people out for lower backs, because that's how I hurt sciatica, pain down my leg. So I'm really relatable and empathetic in patients having those types of things, because it stinks. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
It's hard to go through. So
I heard you also know a thing or two about men's health. Is that true?
I do. Yeah. I try to, my wife did a bodybuilding show. And so, so she's been a lot, and we work out a lot together, and it's definitely a passionate project for that we both do.
Cool. So you're a bit of a fit family then, huh?
We try to be the best you can.
They're definitely.
I was going to say, we'll ask you, and then you can, fit family?
Definitely. Yeah. I worked out with you guys about a week ago.
We did.
Great workout.
Yeah.
I was sore for like 4 days.
Yeah. We did.
Well, if you work out while you're on vacation, then I got to say that you're probably a pretty fit
You
family.
guys work out every single day on vacation, right? Or
Yeah.
at least your wife does.
Every day. Yeah, every day. I take weekends off. She went today. I did not.
Is she like a fitness instructor and stuff too, or just
She
loves
is.
it?
She's starting her own app and a website, and she's helping people and trains people and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really good.
Cool. That's awesome. And I know that you guys are into fitness and you're into all sorts of things. I know that we were talking about this before, and we wanted to just kind of talk about it a little bit. But Liver King, I don't know if everybody's heard of him and stuff. But he's talks a lot to men and people. I know a lot of younger guys, particularly
Living the ancestral life.
Yeah, and a lot of younger guys were really drawn to him, right? And there's been a lot of just things about him, that some good, some bad. I just want to know your opinion on it. Maybe you can share what happened. And
Yeah, I mean, I watched the documentary on Netflix, which is a good documentary. I mean, the principles are great. The ancestral tenets. Sleep, sunlight, eat whole foods, and lift weights and fight. Just going back as our caveman ancestors.
what was it called, the documentary?
I don't know. Liver King, probably.
Probably Liver
Yeah.
King.
Yeah, probably.
Is that, he's like definitely Liver King.
So he went viral. I mean, everybody was following him. It just makes sense, and it was a great marketing strategy, making him the Liver King. He's eating raw organs in social media, but then suddenly, boom! It comes out he's actually using
Because he's like jacked, right?
super, absolutely.
Like every guy's like, man.
But he was on the juice.
Yeah, in a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and they called him out a few times. Even Rogan called him said he's definitely not natural. And he denied it multiple times, and in multiple podcasts, as well as Logan Paul, or the Paul brothers, they asked the same thing. He said, no, I'm not taking any steroids, and came out, that he definitely was taking steroids. It actually was a leaked email. He was talking to, I don't know if it was a trainer or somebody that was doing his lab work, but the email got leaked, and it showed everything that he was taking. It was a lot that he was taking. Right. So when it got leaked and he goes viral again, because again, he pretty much lied to the whole community. He comes out, does a half-ass apology, and didn't take any responsibility over taking these steroids. If anything, he said, what I did was right because it pushed people to make different decisions when it comes to the health. Rather than saying, I screwed up, I'm taking all these things that are not good for your body long term either. And it backfired. And now the steroids, I think they're getting to his head because he was just arrested.
Yeah, you got to take ownership of it, and own that.
Well, tell, and I don't know this because I've never wanted to take steroids in my life. I'm a girl, and my goal is not to be all jacked up like that. What do they do to you when you take that many? Like, what can they mess with your head like that?
Yeah, it can definitely affect your chemistry and all those types of things. There's many different types and different things you can go down. There's different avenues you can go through, but really it's just trying to. A lot of baseline people do. They'll, even going through Men's Health and things like that, because a lot of people, as you age, will decrease the amount of testosterone you produce.
Right.
And you can see a naturopath, you can see a medical doctor, you can see an osteopath, and get prescribed someone to move your ranges up into a normal range, which is a normal thing that people do. And you can get it through pellets, you can get it through creams, you can get it through injections. There's lots of ways to do it. And the other areas where people are doing other testosterone and other things are really extreme and going above and beyond the normal ranges of what people will do.
Which is what he's essentially doing.
Yeah, they're doing double to triple the normal ranges.
So he's trying to get like, hey, if this is normal testosterone, he's trying to get, and the results of that is you do develop a lot of muscle, I take it.
You have to do the work too with it. You can't just do it and not work out. You have to put in some of the work as well.
So he probably does.
But you will notice the results at a greater rate.
Faster pace, yeah.
So much faster.
Well, and if you start working out, then you'll look like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Saggy pecs and
we all know the old guys in the WWF days. Those guys were juiced to the max, and those guys were monsters. But we all watched them. I love those guys.
And they deflated pretty quickly once they were done.
Yes.
I noticed he looked like the picture I saw of him. He didn't look healthy.
Liver King?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not look healthy at all. I mean, like you said, you got to, I'm going to assume because I've never done it and I don't know much about it, but once you start doing it, I'm guessing you got to sustain it if you want to keep looking like that.
Yeah, so anything that you take, it can disrupt your natural ability for your body to produce that. So let's use testosterone as an example. If you start taking testosterone when, let's say you're younger, when your body is producing a lot of testosterone naturally, you're preventing your body from producing it naturally because you're taking it as a injectable or
body
whatever.
Says, I don't need it.
I don't need it. And it doesn't matter if it was testosterone, estrogen, or any other hormone. If you start taking it as a supplement, then your body will produce less because, just like Dr. Andre says, I don't need it. I already got a lot of it.
Right.
And so then you do eventually over time has to definitely ramp that level up.
So you have to be very careful with hormone replacement in general.
Yeah, you have to know what you're doing, do blood work and those types of things. It's not a bad thing. Peptides and all these things aren't bad things. You have to do it with eyes wide open and learning what you're doing. Same with the semaglutide and all those types of things, right? Yeah. It's still a peptide. It's a hormone. You just got to know what you're doing with it. And you can't just, I'm going to semaglutide, take it and eat pizza all day.
Well, and I would assume it would mess up. There's a very intricate balance of hormones in the body.
Of course.
And so if you're like hyper, like taking one of them to the extreme, I would think it would actually influence all the other ones. Is that accurate?
Absolutely.
100% right.
Yeah. I mean, your body's super intelligent, super smart. So the moment you start messing with it, like you said, in unnatural ways, and abnormal ways, something's going to get screwed up. So for example, somebody that does take, for example, hormone replacement therapy, they're doing it in a healthy way, but let's assume their blood count just goes crazy.
So as an example, if you do take testosterone, there's a supplement that you can take, a vitamin. It's called DIM, because if you get too much testosterone in your body, it will convert it to estrogen because your body is saying you got too much.
Right.
So it's estrogen and testosterone are a really close hormone. And so if you don't have this supplement, it'll just convert it to estrogen. And then you're like, what the heck? You know what I mean? You're actually counteracting what you're supposed to be taking. And so you need to know those balances, and how you do those is through working with a professional, working with your, healthcare professional, and having the blood work done so you know where you're at.
The blood work is essential, right? It's kind of having a baseline.
100%. Because you also then can produce too many red blood cells. Maybe you have to donate blood and stuff like that. all those things play a factor. And all that is through blood work. You got to know what you're doing.